He probably won't say this today, but as he looks back at his career, he gonna regret leaving the Warriors. It's a tailor-made situation. They just won 2 championships. He was the finals MVP. They teamed up in Brooklyn to do something special, and they've come up short.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no question in our minds that this is by far the craziest trade deadline that I think we have ever seen in NBA history, because yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Durant has officially been traded from the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to bring you guys all the details and what's going on behind the scenes. Before we get to the content, it is 1 a.m. Eastern time. Your boy is bringing you his second upload of the day, so make sure you drop a like, consider subscribing, and hitting that notification bell, because your boy doesn't sleep whenever it's the trade deadline. Now that we got all that out of the way, cue the intro. Usually when this happens, we all make bank. PrizePicks is hooking us up for the Super Bowl with a free square from Patrick Mahomes, which means Mahomes just needs 1 passing yard in order for his square to convert. So all you have to do if you want to join is go to the link in the description down below, download PrizePicks, and use my promo code microphone so they can match up to $100 of your deposit. And once you're done with that, make these picks. Obviously, you should go with the Patrick Mahomes 0.5 passing yards and click more. Once you're done with that, one of my sleepers is going to be Kenneth Gainwell, who has been a monster throughout the playoffs for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he just needs to get higher than 21.5 rush yards. So we're going to click more there, and if Kenneth Gainwell gets more than 21.5 rush yards, you could 3x your money. Now, if you feel really good about this, you could also add Travis Kelce scoring 1 touchdown, and if both of these hit, you 5x your money. I play PrizePicks each and every day, and I post my picks to my story on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there if you want to see my picks on a daily basis. And thank you, PrizePicks, for the sponsor.
Successful years in Brooklyn. I guess you guys are in the same conference now.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on the overall trade?
Well, it's not the first time we'll be in competition as brothers. You know, I'm just praying for his happiness and praying for his well-being. We had a lot of conversations throughout the year of, you know, what our futures were going to look like. There was still a level of uncertainty, but we just cared about seeing each other be places that we can thrive, and whether that be together or whether that be apart. There's never been one moment where I felt like he's been angry at me for decisions I've made, or I've been angry at him. We've just tried to understand each other a lot better and grow as human beings, grow as brothers. You know, his business changes so quickly. He's getting a little bit older. I'm getting a little bit older. I just love the competition now that we can be in the same conference, and I welcome all that. You know, get to see him a little bit more, probably playing against Phoenix a lot more, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Everything else in between, I just am glad that he got out of there.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? I would like to apologize ahead of time for the slight hidden editing quality, because I had to edit this myself. So if I got this out in a timely manner, it was your boy. The Brooklyn Nets have been in absolute disarray, and I completely eviscerated them for the return that they received for Kyrie Irving, rightfully so. This is a player that you were building around that essentially pushed you into a corner and put you into a situation where you had to trade him within the next 8 to 9 days, which led to one question. After trading Kyrie Irving to the Dallas Mavericks for a package around Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2027 second round pick, a 2029 first round pick that's unprotected, and a 2029 second round pick. By the way, the 2029 first round pick could potentially be post Luka Doncic era. The one question that was surrounding the Brooklyn Nets is, what's their plan now? Originally, they said that they intend on rebuilding around Kevin Durant. Yeah, good luck with doing that. It doesn't really seem feasible at this point, primarily because this is a team that doesn't really have that many assets other than Cam Thomas. I highly doubt that you're willing to trade him. You don't really have any of your draft picks as a result of the James Harden trade that you made earlier on 2 years ago. So you're essentially stuck. You have this superstar player that clearly still has a number of years left in the tank. You don't know if that's 1 more year or 3 more years, but clearly he's a future Hall of Famer and one of the best scorers in the league when he's healthy. The question is, what's his value? What could you get in return for him? Originally, the theory was that Kevin Durant might be on his way to the Boston Celtics for Jaylen Brown, but there's no way, shape, or form that the Boston Celtics would do that because Jaylen Brown is 9 years younger than Kevin Durant. This man hasn't even hit his prime yet. Then they decided, hey, why don't we just ship him to the Western Conference? You remember those rumors about the Phoenix Suns earlier on this year? It appears as though those rumors are no longer rumors because according to Adrian Wojnarowski, my man hit us up in the middle of the freaking night with breaking. The Phoenix Suns are nearing a blockbuster trade to acquire Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant, sources tell ESPN. Durant wanted the move to the Suns, and new owner Matt Ishbia was pushing to get the deal done tonight. We forgot about this. In the summertime, the owner of the Phoenix Suns was Robert Sarver. The owner of the Phoenix Suns now is Matt Ishbia. He sees his window of opportunity right now to potentially make this push to win an NBA championship. The West is wide open. We've said it multiple times on this channel. It is. The Golden State Warriors aren't as good as they should be. The Los Angeles Lakers definitely retooled and could make a serious run as a result of the trade that they made earlier, which we made a video on that. But oh my goodness, this trade is going to melt your mind because immediately when you think the Phoenix Suns are making a trade for Kevin Durant, they're clearly going to give up Chris Paul, right? Right? No, wrong, dead wrong. That's actually not what's happening at all whatsoever. That's what makes this even scarier. Check this out. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, the Phoenix Suns are sending Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, a 2028 pick swap for Kevin Durant and TJ Warren. Sources tell ESPN. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter is going crazy right now because TJ Warren is returning to the Phoenix Suns. Jokes aside, this is mind-meltingly bold of the Phoenix Suns. I mean, I'm never going to hate on a team for making a move like this, where they see their opportunity to potentially contend for a championship and going all in. And to be honest, the Phoenix Suns window appears to be right now. Next 2 to 3 years, they have Devin Booker, they have DeAndre Ayton, they have Kevin Durant now, they have Chris Paul. I mean, yeah, depth is going to be an interesting question. Maybe Russell Westbrook off the bench? I don't really know. Maybe John Wall off the bench? I don't really know. For the Phoenix Suns, out of all the calculated risks you could take, I would say this is one of the more intelligent ones that you could make. I'm not going to hate on them for this one. It makes a lot of sense at this point. Kevin Durant is the difference between a championship and not winning a championship. I'm very happy for Kevin Durant. I mean, yes, I think it's silly that he went into the offseason demanding a trade, wanting to go to one of the top contenders in the Western Conference once again. But at the end of the day, we talked about this in the past. Kevin Durant just wants to hoop, bro.
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown.
Now, we need to discuss what this means for the Brooklyn Nets because, man, I eviscerated the front office of the Brooklyn Nets, and rightfully so. What the hell were you doing? Originally, you had a very promising core of Spencer Dinwiddie and D'Angelo Russell and Jarrett Allen. You had Kenny Atkinson that was taking all of these players that were essentially castaways, except for Jarrett Allen, and turning them into something. You decided to give up on that core and bring in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving wanted James Harden. You traded for James Harden. You gave up pretty much your next decade's worth of first-round picks and pick swaps to get James Harden. After a year, you decided to give up on James Harden, trade him for Ben Simmons, and now you decided to trade Kyrie Irving with all due respect, in my opinion, peanuts on the dollar. You didn't even want to trade him to the team that could have given you the best return. You traded him to the Dallas Mavericks for an unprotected 2029 first round pick, and Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie, all great players. It's just the fact that they had to add second round picks to sweeten the pot really just, I don't know, didn't really excite me very much. So to go from that to finally not only finding a trade partner for Kevin Durant, but getting one hell of a haul for Kevin Durant. I mean, this is a core of players that you could rebuild with. Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks, a 2028 pick swap is a remarkable haul for a player that could either be good for 1 more year to maybe like 3 more years, or maybe hopefully more. It's just, Kevin Durant's 34 and he's coming off of an Achilles tear from a couple years ago. You don't know how much longer he has in the league. Not everyone's going to have LeBron James-like longevity. I hope he's good for a while. But, at the end of the day, I think this is a home run for every single side. I think this makes a lot of sense for Kevin Durant. This makes a lot of sense for the Brooklyn Nets. Kudos to the Brooklyn Nets for not holding Kevin Durant hostage at this point. Kudos to the Phoenix Suns for taking a risk, don't get me wrong, but this risk makes a lot of sense at this point. The Nets now have unprotected picks in 2023, 2025, 2027, and 2029. They definitely undid the damage that the James Harden trade made. So let me know in the comments section down below, what do you guys think about this trade? I have a lot more videos to make for you guys, man. This trade deadline's absolutely bananas. So I'm going to try to get some sleep, hopefully, if Woj doesn't wake me up again. And aside from that, I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.